Hey, g'day, PJ again. The next knot I'm going to show you now is what we call the Improved Albright knot. It's another low profile knot that goes through the guides of your rod pretty well, but it's a really, really good, strong knot that's easy to tie, doesn't let you down. Now, it's really, really good when you're using the lighter end of the mid-range braids, like your 20 and your 30-pound braids, or your 50-pound braids, to the heavier leaders starting at your 60 to 80 to 100-pound leaders. It's a really good knot to use when you're using heavy leaders. Fishing for barramundi, they've got really, really sharp gill plates, and the gill plates can cut through 30 and 40-pound leaders, but you go up 60, 80-pound, and you can tie your 30 and your 40 and your 50-pound braids to it quite easily in the boat. You don't need assistance. I'm going to show you how to do it there by looking at it through the phone as I'm filming it. So it's a pretty good knot, and it doesn't fail you. It's a really good, strong knot. I've had so much good captures of fish with it, and I'll put my eyes on it and we'll get cracking. Okay, so I'll just adjust the camera so we can see what we're doing. Okay, so again, I got some 60-pound leader, and I'll just give yourself 4 or 5 inches, make yourself a loop like so, and then you've got a double running 4 or 5 inches back behind your thumb. I got my 50-pound braid, and what I'm going to do with the braid, I'm going to pass it through the loop, and I'm going to give myself a good 6 or 8 inches to work with, and you can see there I've got the line going through that loop. I'm going to pinch that loop like so and hold the line, and I'm going to work my way up. I'm going to go 5 times up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now the 2-to-1 ratio, whatever you go up is a ratio of 2-to-1 now. So I've gone up 5, which means I'm going to come back 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I'm going to come back and just get through the hole that I came through before. And then what I'll do with that is I'm going to whack it in my mouth and wet it. Because even though you're using braid, you're still using nylon, and you don't want the nylon to burn. It'll still get friction from the braid. Pull on your nylon main line, this bit here, and your braid main line, and you pull that down tight. Okay, and that cinches the knot in there pretty well. Just take another good wrap and then pull it to make sure she pulls down. Now, you can then pull your braid just to cinch it in, and just for a little bit of extra, you can pull on your nylon a bit more, just to cinch it down, and there you have a super strong and a very slim profile knot. Now that'll go for your rod guides quite easy. It won't pull apart, it won't slip. Now it's done. All it's left to do is we'll trim the nylon off, and we'll trim it off about a millimetre and a half from the knot. We've only got a tiny little bit of an edge there. And then with the braid, I like to give myself about 3 to 5 mil tag in on the braid. It just gives us a little bit of cinch room. If it does tend to slip under pressure, it's just like a little bit of insurance for you. And there you have a really, really strong Improved Albright knot. So these knots aren't, they're not super difficult to tie. They're an easy knot to tie, especially in a boat that's bouncing around. If you if you just sit there and practice your knots, do your rigging up before you go out and make sure you got it comfortable, then when you get on the boat, you're not going to have any trouble with it, all right? So, look, I hope these tips on showing you the knots help you increase your fishing catch or give you a bit more advantage on some of the other knots that are out there. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye.